cloud IT solutions is something that a lot of people say and type, but it's not necessarily easy to explain. You'll see it all over marketing materials, but sometimes it's hard to distill down into useful information on what it is and what it does. But in general, cloud IT is the concept of accessing your technology tools from anywhere you have an internet connection. Tools like Microsoft 365, billing and inventory software, probably any of the applications that you log into from your computer and your cell phone, you're getting to the same place. Even just using your business phone service from your computer, virtual servers or virtual desktops. But it also includes the combination of technologies that create services and processes like always-on data backups, network monitoring, website hosting, or centralized password management. But in reality, cloud IT services, they're built into every facet of managed IT these days. It's a vital part of the biggest concepts in IT, like cybersecurity, business continuity and disaster recovery, even desktop support. So sometimes it's easier to talk in terms of some of the more common pain points that businesses have experienced to be able to explain how cloud services help. So for instance, remote work. Mobile workers on your staff is probably the new norm, I think, for most of us. Being able to work remotely, it used to take a fairly extensive commitment to hardware, software licenses, maybe even private internet connections or point-to-points. But cloud IT tools have revolutionized our workforce in this regard. Just the ability to make and receive phone calls from your business's phone service from your laptop at a coffee shop, that's great, right? The ability to log into your applications from any internet connection is kind of life-changing, really. Being able to quote services or enter tickets from a customer's location, for example, all of this is only because of cloud-based tools. Backup and disaster recovery is a big one, right? It used to be a fairly cumbersome and expensive task to plan out and execute a disaster strategy or disaster recovery strategy. You had to buy hardware and you had to put it in a co-location space or at least a different geographic location. And then you'd have to buy internet access to that location, and you'd have people on staff that would program the upload of critical data from one piece of hardware to another. It was clunky, it wasn't very reliable, and it took a lot of money to make it all happen. And then cloud services, it's vastly less expensive to do this, and you can automate a large portion of that work. You can back up your critical data to a cloud-based server, and that reduces your hardware and connectivity expenses, for example. Also, cost and scalability. It used to take a lot of work and money to plan out the hardware resources you would need to run your business. And it wasn't just like computers. You'd also have to have networking equipment and servers to run the applications and save the data. IT infrastructure management is greatly improved with cloud-based tools. You can turn on virtual servers or add memory to existing infrastructure. You can even automate things like notifications for desktop issues, or even like the need for a new laptop, for instance. Cloud services in general just helps ease the burden of planning ahead, as well as just being able to turn on resources really quickly in case of an emergency need. And cybersecurity is another place with a lot of improvements. The old way of securely doing IT was going into every firewall, each switch, every Wi-Fi access point, every person's computer, every bit of software or application, and you would apply cybersecurity rules. With cloud IT tools, it allows you to standardize rules across every bit of your organization's hardware and network and applications. You can set rules on what websites or like outside applications that you allow on the computers or in your network. You can also set requirements for like multi-factor authentication to protect your systems and your customers' information. And it automates the process for your team to request access to some outside application or maybe even a different segment of your company. And the last thing I would say is really innovation has been improved a lot. The traditional IT teams, they spent a lot of time doing maintenance. So there was software updates, firmware updates, just the idea of cleaning up your digital IT environment. It took a lot of man hours. And with cloud services, you can automate a lot of that maintenance nowadays. And so it allows your IT staff or your IT partner time now to innovate and improve your processes and your operation, improving like your customer experience and your employee experience. Cloud IT tools and cloud services are integrated into every piece of our Limitless IT service. If you look at our Limitless feature sheet, you're going to see cloud tools in every single aspect and in all four categories: and connect, assist, protect, and prepare. We have experts on staff. We've built this into our products and our processes, and we're also partnered with some of the world's leading providers of cloud IT tools. The easiest way for us to show you, and also when people have questions about how does Limitless Managed IT modernize their IT services, I would tell them, hey, schedule a consultation with us. If you give us 30 minutes, we'll show you what your business would look like with our Limitless IT service, and we'll bring all of the cloud IT services you can handle.